What is up, everybody? Chobaverse TV here today, and we have to talk about the statement from this creative director of Ghost of Yotei, who says the PS5 is the only console capable of playing this game. Or it's like, what is with Sony with overselling these games? They said these games can only play on the PS5. Like, really? This is like the whole Ratchet and Clank situation, ripped apart with the whole magical SSD. This game can only be played on the PS5 because of the SSD. Everybody figured out that was a lie. People were believing it at first because he was like, hey, these people speak like this is like some magical technology, but nope, any SSD is fine. This game can actually run without a SSD and still make like the Portal technology that they was going so crazy about. So we had that mishap. And we also had the mishap with Square Enix saying that Final Fantasy 16 can only be handled on a PS5. When it's like, this game is on Xbox and PC just fine. So no, it's not just a PS5 thing. It's not just like the PS5 is just so magical. But, you know, this is what he said in factuality. The Ghost of Yotei Creative Director Nate Fox says the game was built from the ground up for the PS5 and the PS5 controller, and they could not have made it without the PS5 features. Okay. Let's face it, this controller is magnificent. Ghost of Yotei is built from the ground up to use the PlayStation 5 to have those lightning fast loads, to be able to use the DualSense controller to its maximum effect. We could not have made this game without the PS5's features. We are very happy to be making a game exclusively that really targeted for this controller. Call a lot of cap right here. Like this is clearly exaggeration. You mean to tell me this can be played on a PC or whatever standard Xbox Series controller? Honestly. It just sounds like they're just trying to oversell this thing on the PS5. Like, we heard this song and dance before, so it's like, I'm kind of not buying it this time. Like, what is so special about this controller? I don't know what gimmicks they're trying to use, because I hated that what is that, Astro's Playroom, that built-in game with the PS5s they give you for free, that stand-in game they give you. I hated those gimmick controllers. Like, wiggle the controller around, blow into the controller, do these weird motions with the controller, or do some type of gimmicky nonsense. I didn't care for that at all with the PS5. So I don't know what type of magical features they're going to use with this controller, but I think they're just trying to oversell it, to be honest. I don't see what the big deal is. This game can be played on Xbox. If Sony wasn't about exclusives, then sure, it can be played on the PC just fine. I don't see what the big deal is, but here you go. I'm trying to oversell this game again. I think it's complete nonsense. You didn't even need to do all this just to sell the game. Like, people who play Ghost of Tsushima are going to want to play this game, who like Ghost of Tsushima. So I don't know why this whole extra overselling it, like saying they're going to be playing on the PS5. Like, you're just hyping it up way too much. Like, you don't need to do that, but, you know, it's Sony for you. They got to make up some extravagant nonsense to make you want to buy their games. When it's like, you really don't need to do all this, but okay. Sorry, man. These claims are laughable when 10 minutes later they release it on PC. Yeah, you can't say... Yeah, once again, you can't make a statement like it only runs on PS5, then later you're going to release it on PC. Like, we're just going to forget that you made the statement to begin with. You can use the Xbox controller, same story, different day. Yeah, same thing they did with the Ratchet and Clank game. Same thing with Final Fantasy 16. It's like they got to keep like making these extravagant lies about the PS5 to sell it. Which makes no sense to me. The DualSense is alright, far from the worst, but not the best either. I do like how big it is, though. To be honest, the DualSense versus the Xbox Series controller, I'd rather have the Xbox controller. Only positive I can see with the DualSense is that it has like the microphone attached to it. And I only use that for like using like when I go on YouTube, instead of searching the bar, I could just say it, which is the only plus for I really like the DualSense over the Xbox controller for. But other than that, it ain't too much of a difference I really care about, to be honest. So, I think the DualSense is just overhyped, to be honest. And it dies so super fast. Buy a PS5. There's no way that this game can go on PC in 6 months to a year. Yeah, they're acting like they're just not going to put this on PC in like this time frame. Like you just said right here. Does anyone genuinely believe this? Nope. Well, I think like the gullible people are going to believe this, but... Once you tricked us with once you made the lie about Ratchet and Clank, everybody caught on like, hey, these people are blatantly lying. They're trying to oversell this thing. Like, no, we're not going to believe you anymore after the Ratchet and Clank fiasco. Well, I'll buy it on a PC within a year and be playing on my Xbox controller. Thanks, though. It is just so stupid. Like, why are you saying this game is built up from the PS5? Like, it's gonna have the best effect on PS5. It's gonna be played on PS5. Like, it's just stupid. Because it's like your whole notion is to put these games later on PC. It's just wild. Game will release on PC and support the Xbox controller. What are they supposed to say? Oh, you can play this in 6 months on PC with an Xbox controller. Just wait. This job is to sell the box right now, the game later. But you don't need to do that to even sell the game. Like, what the hell? Like, it just seems odd to me just to blatantly lie to people like this. It's like, you don't need to do that, just sell the game. You think they get bored of saying this? Then the game's releasing on PC 1 or 2 years later and working fine on low specs machines with an Xbox controller. Stick drift entered the chat. Yeah, we gotta mention that too, because that is horrible on the PS5 controllers, and nobody else is talking about that. So I'm glad he mentioned it, because I'm on my 3rd PS5 controller that has a stick drift situation. It's like, I haven't had any Xbox controllers with that issue. I had one set of Joy-Cons with that issue, Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. But other than that, it's just mainly the PS5 DualSense controllers with the stick drift situation this generation for me. So, not a fan. Watching it port to PC 2 years later, still running just fine. It's gonna run. It's gonna run just fine on PC, and if it was on Xbox, it would run just fine. Them making this statement is just dumb. Like, it's really dumb. Like, either, like, why even make the statement when you've been caught so many times lying about this whole thing that it just runs magical on a PS5 more than it would the other consoles or other platforms? Dudes really be landing on thick here. I'm sure it'll be on Steam this time next year. Yeah, more than likely. Oh, not this again. It'll be on PC in a year. They say this with every new release. Yes, you could have built this game from any other system. You simply just said Sony paid us, so we made it for their system, but in a nicer way. Pretty much. PS5 controller is crap. Nothing compares to the PS3 controllers. PS3 controllers are even worse than the PS5 controllers. At least the PS5 controllers have some like weight to them. PS3 controllers just feel like flimsy, like baby toys. I don't know. It just felt. I mean, it had a standard controller feel, which is good, but they felt so weightless. I don't know. Yeah, people are just making fun of them for that's the comment. It was like, yeah, they should be made fun of because we heard this before. It's not like they haven't said this before, so can't wait. The games that utilize the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers are always so fun to play. Okay. It's going to be hilarious when Ghost of Yotei hits PC in 12 to 24 months and doesn't need the controller for any of those unique PS5 features. Tired of hearing variants of this crap from Xbox and PlayStation Studios. Okay. It'll never be asked about for best DualSense features, but we'll see. If he's talking about the newer game, I haven't played the newer one, but if he's talking about the Playroom game, then that was just overdone, to be honest. The Astral's Playroom. I thought the gimmicky nonsense was overdoing it. Like, I didn't care about blowing the controller or shaking the controller around. I really didn't want to do that. Or doing these weird motions with the controller. I wasn't a fan of that at all. How many times have you been proven wrong? You can't run Ratchet & Clank without the magical SSD for PS5. And the funny thing is, people believe them too. Like, people was actually believing like the SSD was so magical or something like that. That's the crazy part. Now it's running on a Steam Deck. That's a big difference. Spider-Man 2 fast travel only works because of the SSD. Oh, they did lie about that too. They do have a history of lying about these games. Yeah, they lied about the Spider-Man 2 fast travel thing. That can only be done on their magical SSD, but we done on a PC as well. If it was on Xbox, it would probably be the same thing. So that is kind of crazy. I couldn't disagree more. The PS5 controller is the worst of the standard controllers by a long shot. Both Xbox Series and Switch Pro controllers are so much more comfortable. Yeah, I prefer the Xbox one, to be honest. Ever since 360, I think they had the golden standard for controllers, to be honest. Posts like this are funny because you have the Sony defenders on one side glazing their preference of controller. I use the DualSense, but I don't give a F to use the Xbox controller. On the other hand, you have Xbox and PC players begging for Sony games instead of their own stuff. Are we really? I mean, if you got a PS5, you're probably gonna play it if you're an Xbox preferred player. But it's like I'm gonna play it, but I'm not really excited more for Ghost of Yotei than Outer Worlds 2 or any other Xbox game, to be honest. They are still doing this. Only people that believe this crap are fanboys. Yeah, I think you're either a fanboy or just very new into this generation before, because once they lie to you the first or second time, you kind of catch on that people are lying at this point. Like, this could be played on different platforms. But I'm gonna conclude it right here. It's just sad they gotta do all the. Why you gotta do all this extra stuff? Just say, hey, this is our new game. It's gonna play fine on the PS5. We're excited for it to release on this, something like that. But you don't gotta say this is only possible on the PS5. Like, that's a lot of cap, a lot of lies being thrown out there. It's just so ridiculous at this point in time. And nobody's checking them. Like, sure, we're going to make a joke about it online, but they keep doing it. Like, why do they keep doing it over and over again? It's just getting insane, because this game is going to be on PC within 2 years. It's going to work just fine without the PS5. So, definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.